the Hunger Games, we look at the districts and the capital. Now, as we know, the capital is wealthy, technologically advanced, and it's oppressive. Let's look at the many variations of technology that the capital use and the purposes for them. So the first is the Hunger Games arena. Obviously, there's a lot of technology happening there. So we have environmental control as one of the things. So this is obviously where they're able to manipulate the environment at will. So for instance, let's say they can start fires, they can start hailstorms, acid rain, things like that. They're able to change terrain, create mutations, and have them do very specific attacks on tributes. We also have the tracking devices. So each tribute is injected with a tracking device so that the watchers, the audience of the Hunger Games, are able to monitor their movement. They can maintain control, they can actually end tributes' lives if they want to, but also I think it also shows when they have stopped breathing, so they can alert everyone that this person is no longer in the games. And the last one we have here for the arena technology is the cameras and surveillance. So obviously we know that the arena must be covered with cameras so they can share with everyone outside of the arena what is happening. They can broadcast it. The capital is able to manipulate what is actually shown. They can cut things out, they can move things around to manipulate the perception to the audience of what is actually happening. So it just shows you that it's not actually just a fight for survival, it's actually a propaganda tool used to keep the districts subdued and in line. So let's look at surveillance technology itself. So the capital does have almost complete surveillance control over the districts. They use cameras, drones and other devices and monitors to keep an eye on what is going on, making sure that no one steps out of line. But it's not just for the Hunger Games, it's also to make sure people are being compliant with capital rules. So we have the peacekeepers. Now they have advanced communication and tracking technology on them, so they can enforce the rules and punish those who don't follow them. And then we have district control as well. So each district is heavily watched with some sort of high-tech security system, but also the capital can stop uprisings or protests with high-tech weaponry as well. Medical technology. So for the capital, medical technology is far, far, far more advanced than anything you'd find in the districts, and it's used for various purposes such as the games. So for instance, we have healing and prolonging life. So capital doctors and scientists have the ability to quickly heal serious injuries, even using technology to regenerate tissues or organs. For instance, tributes might be given things like burn ointments in the games so that they can obviously continue, or be injected with treatments during their lives to prolong what is going on and to keep fighting for survival. We then also have the genetic engineering, which is the mutations. This is just an example of how capital uses biotechnology to manipulate creatures and people. Mutations, I've mentioned in other Hunger Games videos, they vary throughout the books. You get different types of mutations, you get them being formed in different ways, they have different goals and things in mind as well. I'm trying to keep it vague here in case you haven't read Sunrise on the Reaping, because this is an example of where things are quite different. So yeah, they're inventive, put it that way. And there's a lot that they can make these creatures do. Next we have weapons technology. So the capital have advanced weaponry, and this is just another part of their technological superiority. In the games, tributes use bows, arrows, knives, swords, axes, those sort of weapons, but the capital have more deadly and high-tech weapons at their disposal. So, for instance, some tributes might find landmines in the arenas. tracking devices, remotely triggered traps, and they're all designed by the Capitol to make the games more deadly, more unpredictable. But then we also have the military as well. So this faction have a arsenal of advanced weapons, including helicopters, automated drones, peacekeepers. They have the ships that obviously come down and take the tributes who are no longer with us alive as well. They're also able to use all this technology they have to maintain control, stop any resistance, and, you know, conduct airstrikes during an uprising on district. So let's look at the district control through technology. So the Capitol controls the resources and technology necessary for food production and other essential resources. So, for instance, in District 12, which is the coal mining district, people live in poverty because the Capitol controls the flow of resources, and it deliberately ensures that they are not distributed evenly. The Capitol will use food as a reward as well. So the districts are often starved to maintain control, and only through the Hunger Games do the districts get a chance at a reward. But it's a hollow victory, because obviously if you win the games, the district is still under Capitol oppression, but you'll never go hungry again, because all of a sudden you'll have all this food at hand. And I think as well, if I remember correctly, you could put your name in more than once, and if you did, you got like an extra bag of rice. So the incentive to go into the games was food. You know, you're starving. If you just put your name in another couple of times, you can have all this extra food. So yeah, there was a lot of control over the rationing and manipulation and starvation there. So media manipulation is another thing. So we've got the propaganda here. So as I've mentioned, the Capitol does use media and technology as a tool for propaganda. They will take scenes that are happening in the arena and they will cut certain things out so it looks better for them. So they are showing something that they are happy to show. I mean, the Hunger Games are obviously a spectacle. Everyone has to watch them. Some people enjoy it, some people don't. You obviously have sponsors, you have people who bet on the games as well. They are a form of entertainment to an extent. The tributes are turned into stars, they are paraded around, they are manipulated, their stories are manipulated, they do the sob stories so that people feel sorry for them, and that, you know, they'll get more sponsors, they try to get liked, and this is obviously all for the Capitol's benefit. But then you have the other side where the Capitol control the information. So, like I said, they will edit parts of the games to show what information they want to get back to the districts. There'll be things like uprisings in a certain district. The other districts, they won't know about it. This will never be shown to them. It's very much kept to just the Capitol that see it. News and information is filtered, and like I said, the citizens are just really kept ignorant of the district citizens, should I say, are just kept ignorant of everything else that is going on. And the last thing is social control through technology. So the Capitol has influence in fashion, lifestyle, personal appearance, and you know that plays a part of its control. The Capitol will use technology to create extravagant fashion trends, cosmetic surgery, designer drugs. And it creates a stark comparison between those in the districts and those in the Capitol. You know, you've got the impoverished districts, you've got those who turn to drugs or who are starving, who are clearly workers of the mines or lumber yards, things like that. And then you have the people of the Capitol who are adorned in florals and lots of colour and very in your face. It's very deliberate. There is a big gap between the districts and the people of the Capitol. One example is Effie with her hair, where she changes her hair colours, very extravagant. Or you have Tigress, who did cosmetic surgery and obviously now looks more like a tiger than she does a person, which is quite a shame. But it's almost like a class divide of look what we can do, which you can't. But in short, the Capitol uses its technology to dominate over the districts, and this is through manipulation of the games, the surveillance systems, the medical advancements and the media control. You've got the capital using technology to maintain a facade of power and glamour while keeping the districts in a state of fear, deprivation and submission as well. The capital very much used technology as a tool for entertainment and oppression in the Hunger Games world. But that's it, guys. That is the technology that is used throughout the Hunger Games by the capital. Let me know what you think. If there's anything I've missed, anything that you can think of that is specifically capital technology. I'm sure there is something I've missed. But until next time, you take care.